What is going on, everyone? We're back again with another video. In today's video, we got a lot to talk about with 1 week remaining of the MLB season. It's getting very exciting. Some teams are out, some teams have clinched. Let's talk about it all right now. So starting in that American League, like always, our division leaders, the Guardians, have clinched the AL Central. I think they're leaving that division by 7.5 games. So, that makes sense with 7 days left of the season. We pretty much have, 6 to 5 games left per team pretty much throughout the board. Some teams play today. I'm recording this on the Monday. Some teams, there's like 5 games today, and then the rest of the games are really exciting. The Yankees have about a 6-game lead on the Baltimore Orioles right now, so they play over the next 3 days. If the Yankees win one, that division will be secured for them. The Houston Astros play a 4-game series against the Seattle Mariners starting today. So I think, they have a 5-game lead. I think if they win like 1 or 2 games, that division will be done as well. So I think those will be your 3 leaders for the American League. Now moving on to this wild card, as you guys can see right here, Baltimore still has a 4-game lead. I think for Baltimore, it's about minimizing the damage. So their next 6 games to end the season, they play 3 against New York. Then they play 3 against the Twins as well. I think this is about minimizing the damage. If they can win 1 game off the Yankees, and they can win at least a 1 game off the Twins, they should have that 4th game secured, or that 4th seed secured, with only 4 games, down. I think that's really all they need is to win like 2 games, and they're probably good to honestly have the 4th seed. So the Orioles should be locked into that 4th seed. They should be home in their wild card series versus the 5th seed. And then the rest of these teams, man, it's been weird. The Royals are on a 7-game losing streak right now. Not good for them at all. They play the Nationals for the next 3 games, so hopefully they can get some wins there to get back into the wild card. Once again, Detroit's been playing phenomenal baseball once again. They play Tampa for 3, then they play the White Sox for 3. All those games are at home, by the way. So Detroit has a really good shot to get that 5th seed for sure. And the Twins, man, they've been losing a lot of games. They obviously lost that doubleheader versus Boston, which was not ideal. Then they play Miami for 3. So these are really important games to win. If you're the Twins, you're fighting, you had the lead, now you're fighting from the back burner. So it's not looking likely. And I guess we could say the Mariners are still in this, because even if they don't win the division, if they sweep, at least they sweep the Astros, they technically could be in this as well. They're only 2 games back, so very possible chance Seattle can still be in this, but they gotta sweep pretty much a lot of their games they play to even have a shot. So that's kind of the 8 teams that are still in the fight. Obviously, the leaders are pretty much secured. I'd say it's about a 5-team race for the last 3 wildcard spots, in my opinion, because I have the Astros clinching that division. The Yankees will clinch that division, and then it's kind of just between the wildcard teams at that point. But there's still a lot to play for in this American League, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch over the next couple days. And then just quick mention to the Chicago White Sox. Once again, we will be making our own video about this team and how they have made history this season. They are 36-120. They are officially one of the worst teams of all time in a 162-game season. The last worst team was the New York Mets. They lost 100, I think they won 40 games and lost 120 games. So if they win the next 4, they might tie them, but we'll see, because I don't think it's going to happen. In my opinion, they play the Angels over the next 3 days, so we'll see how that one goes. Now looking at the National League, it's getting pretty interesting over here. Let's talk about the National League leaders right now. The Brewers have already clinched their division. They have like a 9-game lead on the Cubs right now, so that's been secured already. Pretty impressive season from them. Don't know why people did not have this team winning the division. I don't understand people that make predictions these days. The Philadelphia Phillies have a 5-game lead over the New York Mets right now. They should clinch, but it's just going to take some time, I think. I don't see the Mets winning that division at all, and I don't see Philly falling off like that, to be honest. So Philly plays the Cubs, I think, over the next 4 games, so they should be able to win a couple games and then clinch the division eventually. The Dodgers is a really interesting one. So they're currently the best NL team right now, only a 3-game lead on the San Diego Padres, and they play an important 3-game series against them. So if the Padres sweep that series, it's going to come down to the last game pretty much for that division, which is kind of insane considering how much money this team has spent on being good. Do I see this happening though? Not really. I think the Dodgers and Phillies will both clinch their divisions shortly, but that's going to be a really key series for the Dodgers to look at moving forward. Now going over the National League wild card, obviously the Padres are still in that 1st place position, up 3 games. They should secure that 4th seed or have a chance at the 1st seed of the NL, which should be exciting for them. Got the Diamondbacks and Mets tied at 87 wins right now, so they're actually fighting for seeding position right here. You either play the Brewers or you have a chance to play the Padres, so definitely an interesting kind of aspect there. Obviously you want to clinch the postseason, but that's who those teams could be playing, just with how they are. We have the Mets playing Atlanta over the next 3 days, which will probably confirm who's going to be in or out of this wild card after those 3 games. And then the Diamondbacks, I think, play the Giants for 4 games. So that's who they're playing. I think the Diamondbacks will get in. I really don't see them losing. But once again, if Atlanta wins and the Diamondbacks lose, then, they got a shot between the Mets and Diamondbacks. These three teams will battle it out between all the games they play. And the Atlanta Braves are currently sitting 2 games out of this wild card. So that's why that's such an important series, because once again, if they sweep, they're back in it, baby, and they got a good shot. This series reminds me a lot of I think it was 2021, where both teams had like 100 wins. And they played like one last series at the end of the season to kind of decide it. So that's what this kind of reminds me of. Such a good rivalry in my opinion, because these teams battle like every single season, it seems like. So that's pretty much the 5-team race, or 6-team race, you could technically say. You got the Padres-Dodgers division battle, you get the Mets-Braves kind of battle, and you get the Diamondbacks just hoping to play good baseball and get into the postseason. That's kind of what you have in the 7 teams that are currently in the fight for postseason spots. So that is the National League right now. Currently, we got 3 teams clinch, we got 4 teams fighting for the rest of the 3 spots, and we got some teams fighting for seeding as well. So very exciting moving forward. What do you guys think is going to happen in the last week of the season? Let me know in the comment section down below, because I'm very excited. Me personally, in the National League, I think the Mets will win it. I think they win this series at least 2-1. I think they take it. I honestly have the Mets maybe in the 5th seed over the Diamondbacks. I think that would be a very interesting series if the Padres played the Mets, because we obviously had that, I think in 2022 that happened, or 2021, one of those seasons we had it, and that was a very fun series to watch. The Brewers playing the Diamondbacks, we obviously had this last year, I'm pretty sure, and then Diamondbacks absolutely destroyed them, so that'll be a fun rematch to watch for sure. And obviously the Phillies and Dodgers, I think, will get the bye. Going on to the American League really quick, I think the Yankees will get the 1st seed. I think the Guardians will get that 2nd seed. Astros will end up being that 3rd seed. I do think Baltimore will clutch up and get that 4th seed. As it stands right now, the Tigers will get the 5th seed, and I do think the Royals will come back and get the 6th seed. I think the Twins and Mariners will be out of it. So if that happens, then you have the Astros playing the Royals, which would be really interesting. And you have Baltimore playing Detroit, which we have not seen in a while. You gotta go back to the early 2010s to see those teams in the postseason. It's kind of insane to think about. So yeah, it would definitely be a very interesting series. That's kind of I have for my last week predictions. What do you guys think in the comment section down below? If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.